Welcome back to episode 9 of the Minecraft survival world. Last episode we carved out this large amount of space in preparation for a nether layer of our base. And as you can see, we have a nether portal which really conveniently spits us out next to a nether fortress. Insane luck, I still can't get over that. So acquiring nether wart wasn't really a difficult process at all. In fact, actually, now that I look at it, most of it could be harvested. We also managed to get some ender chests, very exciting. I've got another one inside the ender chest and then one in my inventory, and I've got them dotted around all over the place. I think I've got one up there, one in the nether. I think I've got one way in the background up at the mob spawner itself. And we also managed to get a load of fire res potions if we put them all together. We've got 6 here. I think I dumped 6 in the rest of our storage. We've also got 4 dried ghasts. We've got a lot of stuff to do. And as much as I'm planning to go back into the nether, because there are more things I want to do inside there. In fact, there's loads of stuff I still got to do inside the nether. It's not the main aim of this episode. No, you see, while the villager trade hall has proved extremely useful so far, and I've got a ton of villagers, which by the way, they were a massive pain to get here. The most painful of all the villagers to get were these guys, the librarians, which is kind of self-explanatory why I've only got the 3 of them when I've made space for 16 of them. They are a massive pain. Well, getting them here, they're not any more painful than any other villager. It's just searching through their trades for enchants I want. So I've got fire aspect 2 for that one, I've got infinity for that one. What was his second trade? Sweeping edge. Okay, I've got mending for this one, which is the one I was searching for to begin with. It is pricey, but I'm hoping with zombies and curing we can bring those prices down. However, we've still got a load of other spaces that I want for enchants. Things like protection, maybe an efficiency 5, although I find it so difficult to get efficiency 5, I usually end up having to settle for like efficiency 4 or something, but I don't want to do that. I am going to try and search out efficiency 5. I want silk touch, fortune, sweeping edge 3, respiration. I've got a lot of enchants I want, while keeping in mind we've only got the 13 slots remaining for other librarians, so I can't settle on any trade. I'm going to have to be fairly smart about it. And I need to thank the past version of myself for managing to get all the job site blocks together before I actually made the trade hall itself. So I've got 13 lecterns, exactly how many I need remaining. Now, I was undecided whether or not I was going to do the librarians this episode or put it off for another episode. The thing is, I keep putting them off, and the more I put them off, the less likely I am to do it. And so I figured, you know what, we've just had access to the nether. We're not that far away, I would say, from getting ancient debris and upgrading our tools to netherite, but I don't want to upgrade, partially enchanted diamond gear when I could be upgrading OP diamond gear, which is what we want. If we're going to be upgrading our gear to netherite, I want the enchants to be as good as they can be. And so that time has come when I'm going to have to take the villagers one by one. Now, don't get me wrong, the transportation side of things isn't too bad. I've got it down to a fine art. The only thing that could go wrong, that has gone wrong previously, a trident drowned, sniping the villager or myself. However, there doesn't look to be, and I don't want to speak too soon, there doesn't look to be any around. I can hear drowned, but I can't hear any tridents or see any tridents being thrown. Something else you would have seen if you'd watched the last episode is all of the emeralds I managed to acquire. We got a big stockpile, all thanks to our pumpkin and melon farm, which we were regularly harvesting between mining sessions at the nether layer of the 4-chunk hole, which is our base. I should just call it our base. Again, another bit of appreciation for a previous version of myself, because librarians are expensive. Another reason I had to wait before I could tackle these guys, because they will break your bank. All right, here we go. Time to see what we get. Hey, where are you going? Whoa, 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 where are you going? No, 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 where is he off to? What, no, 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 what's over here? Oh no, he's going to the composter. I have to break that. Alright, I've seen him. He's going back down. Now, where is he going? What's he doing? This is why I hate villagers. They just do whatever they want. Right. Maybe this is the better angle. Maybe I can put this block in a really inconvenient place. There. And I'll take out... Actually, no. You know what I can do? Haha. I'll take out this staircase. What are you going to do now, buddy? That's right. You're going to do as you're told. What do you give us? You give us nothing interesting. At least let me trap you in there. Okay, nice. Let me trap you in there. Get in there. Okay. And now I'm in here. Okay. What are you going to give us now? Aqua affinity. We will take that. That is a trade I would like. Okay, there's our first villager. Well, not our first this episode, it's our 4th villager. But we have aqua affinity now. Okay, that seems good. Time to get our next one. I should really call it the pain hall, not the trade hall. For the time being, this is pretty much, hey, you're supposed to get in a boat. This is pretty much all I'm going to be doing. Come on, one of you get in the boat. Why is no one getting in the boat? Well, while I try and grab a villager, surely? None of them? Well, whatever the case, while I wait for a villager to climb in the back of my boat, I can tell you now that I'm not going to stop with the villagers until we have all of those empty spaces filled with librarians. So now we have another, there we go, we have another 12 to go. Doesn't seem like much, but it will be. It will be when I'm siphoning through the trades, not getting the ones I want. I can imagine the last two are going to be massively painful. Where do you think you're going? Okay, no. I guess I've got 2. I didn't want to take 2 over. Okay, whatever. I've got 2. I hate villagers. I love them, but I hate them. They're like Marmite. That was not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be, I'll be honest. I now have all 16 librarians in place that I want. And it didn't take nearly as long as I thought it was. And you know what? Dare I say it? I actually enjoyed the process. Now, I don't know if that's because I'd already done it before, so I knew what to watch out for, the most effective way to bring them over from the villager breeding site over to the trade hall. Not to mention I wasn't caught out by these guys nearly as often. Maybe that's a slight lie, but I was a lot more prepared for the danger. Now, believe it or not, I only placed 590 of these guys, the lecterns. So it wasn't as if we spent a huge amount of time. Now, I want to talk you through the trades because even the 3 guys we had originally have changed. So this guy is now Fire Aspect 2, 11. He might have already been there before, to be fair. This one, Infinity, for 8 emeralds now. This one, Silk Touch, 17 emeralds. Aqua Infinity, 10 emeralds. Sweeping Edge 3, 34 emeralds. No, it's not the best price, but it's the only Sweeping Edge 3 book I came across. Looting 3, 26 emeralds. Mending for 10 emeralds. I got rid of our other librarian and replaced it with this guy. I mean, he's selling books for 1/3 of the price. Respiration 3 for 21 emeralds. This one I'm both happy with about the book, but also annoyed about the price. Efficiency 5 for 64 emeralds. I mean, it's a shocking price. I mean, I think that's the highest price you can get, but it's also the only Efficiency 5 book I came across, and I usually have a notoriously hard time finding this book. And so while I did want to reject the guy, because I think like the best price you can get for this is, correct me if I'm wrong, like 25, 26 emeralds-ish, I figured, how many hours is it going to be until I get something like that? And so I just went with it, and I thought, you know what, if I get a better Efficiency 5 proposal while I'm doing the other villagers, then I'll kill this guy and I'll replace it with him. But that guy never came along, and so I've had to stick with this guy, unfortunately. I mean, I will have to zombify and cure him, I think, especially because Efficiency 5 is such a useful enchant. It's one of the main core key ones. This guy, Power 4 for 70. I did try and find Power 5, but again, I wasn't having any luck. And Power 5 for 34 emeralds, I wouldn't really be that sad about. And that's basically what we've got here, because just combining 2 of these is 34 emeralds. Flame for 5 emeralds. I think that's the best price you can get for that. Fortune 3 for 27 emeralds. I was pretty happy with that, but it took me, this was the last enchant I got. Fortune 3 was the last enchant I was searching for. So it's something I definitely want on some of my tools. Depth Strider 3 for 11 emeralds. Very happy with that. I did have a Depth Strider 3 for like, I think around the 5th. Maybe not 50, actually, I don't know where I'm talking. It was definitely more expensive. I think about 3 times this price, and I killed him as well. Unbreaking 3 for 13 emeralds. Again, another enchant I'm very happy with. I did have this for like 30, 40 emeralds. And then this guy came along, and I killed the other guy, and this one stayed. It's a great price. And Protection 4 for 21 emeralds. Very happy with that price as well. This was, I did have a Protection 3 librarian that I had just put, I think he was over here before I killed him and replaced him with a Respiration 3, because we got the Protection 4 librarian. So I was really happy when I got this. And I think the Protection 3 enchant I had was a higher cost than this. And then this guy is Feather Falling 4 for 14 emeralds. Really happy with that as well. I had another Feather Falling one for like 40 emeralds-ish. And so, yeah, you can imagine he met his demise as well. Now, obviously I had to be a bit careful when killing the villagers. I just used the lava bucket trick, so the game didn't hold me responsible for their deaths. I don't want higher prices for that. And it was also in my best interest to be quick about it, because this entire trade hall, especially around the villager, is mainly wood, and I have fire tick on, so yeah, it wouldn't take much for this place to catch a light and all my work to be undone. Not to mention, when I actually placed the bucket here, if the lava hit the floor and spread out, it would come around here and then start burning the other villagers. The other villagers enchants that I did want. And to demonstrate the point, I've come into a creative tester world to show you how I disposed of the villagers. So imagine this is my trade hall, got my librarian here. Say this is a villager I want to get rid of. He's got, okay, Infinity. Say I've got another librarian with an Infinity enchant for a better price, and now I want to get rid of this guy who's locked into his Infinity trade. But I can't just kill him with the shovel or axe or whatever, sword, because that's barbaric, and I'm not a barbarian. Not to mention, like I said before, there's negative repercussions for doing so. So what I would do with fire tick on is literally place the bucket there. Oh no, that's gone wrong. That's not how okay. That's not how I did it. This is not what happened. Oh, now I've got I need an empty bucket in creative, I forgot. Yep, there goes my trade hall. Okay, yep, that's my trade hall gone. Okay, take 2, and I've got the hitboxes on last time, which is what I actually had on during the game, because it's very easy to say, place the bucket, and as he's burning to death, as you saw, you then click on his trades, and it's like, no, I don't want to trade with him as he's burning to death. I just want to pick up the lava and watch him burn to death in a more sadistic sort of way. Also, I forgot that in creative world, when you place a bucket of lava like this, you've still got a bucket of lava. You now don't have an empty bucket. So, let's see, I've done it again. There we go. So I need to make sure I've got an empty bucket to be able to pick up the fiery stuff. So let's do. And then pick it up and just watch him burn for a bit. I mean, he's looking at me with completely betrayed eyes. And that's all she wrote. And I think that's how I managed to get some good prices, because the fear of the lava bucket kept them in check and made it so they wanted to offer me some good trades. Apart from this guy again. Ugh, efficiency 5 for 64. Don't even want to look at you. Now, over at the once thriving villager breeder, this place is a ghost town. Apart from these 2 guys who aren't protecting anything, all they've got is each other. And I don't even know if I go that far. That's the way the cookie crumbles, or should I say the iron golem burns. So yeah, because I kept killing so many villagers, because other villagers were offering better prices, this once thriving villager breeder, like I just said, which we had more than 13 villagers, I ended up killing all of them. And I did breed them a little bit as well to make sure their children would grow up in case I needed to utilize them. And I did need to utilize them, and I killed them. And it just so happened it worked out at the exact number I needed. I mean, it means for the time being our prospects of an iron farm in the area has gone up in flames, but we have enough iron to be going on with for now. And if I need more, let's be real, I can just go and find another village and exploit them. One thing I am particularly sad about was the AFK hut. Our one resident villager in here has gone. I don't know where he went. I mean, I don't know why I'm looking in the chest. He's not going to be stuffed in there, but he's gone. What I think has happened is he got a little bit too curious for his own liking. He thought, you know what? It's a lovely sunny day out. I'm stuck inside my glass box. Temperature might be a bit high. It is a bit of a greenhouse in here. And so rather than stand under the strategically placed dirt for shade, he thought, you know what? No, I'm better than that. I want to get some fresh air. And out he comes, and probably a trident drown or something sniped him. And his last dying thoughts were, you know what? I wish I'd just stayed in my greenhouse under the dirt blocks. But you live and learn. Well, he didn't. But you learn. Also, you may have noticed I don't have a helmet. Yeah, trident drowns hit me enough times when I was trying to kill them that it broke. So, yeah, that's not great. And everything else isn't looking particularly healthy either. Not a problem, we still have a ton of emeralds. Not so much in this box now, only down to the 9 emeralds in here when we had 2 rows. Did we have 2 rows or did we have a little bit more? We definitely had more emeralds than this. And although I could afford to buy new armor, I think instead I'm just going to disenchant the armor I've already got and slap the enchants I actually want onto these things, including mending. So it doesn't really matter that our durability's not the best on these, because with the mob spawner, they're going to be back to full soon enough. With the helmet, I'm just going to buy a new one from the armourer, seeing as we don't have one anymore. And then while I'm here, I'll disenchant the thing. Here's a look at all the things I want to enchant. I want to get fully enchanted OP diamond armor. Obviously we have these tools down here. We have an OP pickaxe and an OP shovel, but I also want to get some backup tools. So I want some more diamond pickaxes, and this is a silk touch, so I want at least one of them to be a fortune 3. The others will be silk touch, again with unbreaking 3 and efficiency 5 and blah de blah mending, all that good stuff. I'm going to get some backup shovels in case we have large excavation projects, a couple of OP diamond axes waiting in the wings. I also want a silk touch one because this one's fortune 3, and if you think you can't see it from here, here we go, here's a better view. Our pumpkin and melon farm, our current best money maker. And while the fortune 3 pickaxe is great for the pumpkins, for the melons, as you can see, it picks up the slices, and I don't want slices, I want full melons. We also have a couple of diamond hoes in there, our sword, which I've just disenchanted because we can make a much better sword now, and a bow. It's always nice to have an OP projectile weapon on hand. Now I've just got to buy all the enchants and hope that I don't run out of money. Okay, so a little bit of splurging later, and here's a look at my wealth after that spending spree. I didn't quite break the bank, but it cost us a lot. I'm just really glad I was intermittently harvesting and then selling these pumpkins and melons back to the farmers. And as you can see, we have all the books necessary for fully OP armor, a fully OP sword, bow, hoe, in this one another hoe, 2 axes, 3 backup shovels, and you might also notice I'm level 46 now. That's because the bow, I had to combine 2 power 4 books to make a power 5 book because we only have a power 4 librarian, as I've already shown. Not that these levels are going to last for long, not when I have a ton of enchanting to do, a ton of enchanting. just doing the diamond chest plate and the diamond leggings, both with protection 4 and breaking 3 mending, I'm now down to 20 levels from 46. And that's 2 pieces of gear. It's alright, we've only got 14 pieces of gear left, with way more enchants than those. This might take a while. I'm just glad we had our mob spawner to rely on, and that's basically what I did. I just hung around the mob spawner, gaining levels, and then using said levels to put the enchanted books onto my tools and my armour. It was a long process, but it was something that needed to be done. It was a necessary thing. Having fully enchanted tools and armour makes such a big difference in this game. Like, it's a night and day difference. And while I did have to wait for mobs to spawn and then drop down into the chute, that would take time, I kept myself busy sorting the storage out that the copper golems should have been doing, but they'd become lazy and frozen. I have returned with fully enchanted tools and gear. As predicted, it took a long time and it took a lot of levels and it took a lot of sitting around and waiting for mobs to spawn up at a mob spawner. But now it's fully worth it because, drumroll please, we have Diamond Helmet, Protection 4, Respiration 3, Aqua Affinity, Unbreaking 3, Mending, Diamond Chestplate, Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, Mending, Diamond Leggings with Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, Mending, Diamond Boots with Protection 4, Feather Falling 4, Depth Strider 3, Unbreaking 3, and Mending. A fully enchanted diamond sword with Sharpness 5, Sweeping Edge 3, Fire Respect 2, Looting 3, Unbreaking 3, Mending. A bow with Power 5, Flame, Unbreaking 3 and Infinity. I would usually put Punch on this, but with only enough space for 16 librarians, that wasn't happening. And I don't know why all of them have got their backs turned to me. It's so incredibly rude. Alright, well at least one of them's got some courtesy. Then over in a large chest we have 2 Silk Touch Diamond Axes with Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3 and Mending, 3 Diamond Pickaxes, 2 with Silk Touch, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3 and Mending, and 1 with Fortune 3, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3 and Mending. Also we have the one of our inventory at the moment with Silk Touch, Efficiency 4? I thought we had Efficiency 5. Okay, that's really... oh man, that's... oh. I can't say, I'm really disappointed with that. We have 3 diamond shovels, 2 of them with Silk Touch, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3 and Mending, and 1 of them with Fortune 3, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3 and Mending, plus the one in our hotbar with Silk Touch, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3 and Mending. And we also have 2 fully OP diamond hoes, 1 of them with Silk Touch, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3 and Mending, the other with Fortune 3, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3 and Mending. And this is where you might be thinking, the quest for good gear has come to an end. Well, not quite. And that involves this place, the Nether. You see, diamond OP tools are amazing, there's no doubt about it. But what's better than OP diamond tools? Ancient debris. And that right there is our first piece of a ticket to a better life than even diamonds. And I believe ancient debris turns into netherite scrap, and I believe I need 4 pieces of netherite scrap per tool to upgrade it to netherite. And I'm pretty certain we have 18 pieces of gear to upgrade. So off the top of my head, I think that's what, 72 pieces of ancient debris I'm going to need. Correct me if my maths is wrong, I'm sorry I don't have a calculator nearby. So we're going to be searching for a while. It's also nice because as a byproduct I'm going to be picking up a lot of netherrack and other blocks like blackstone and I guess basalt if we go into a basalt delta biome, and gravel and quartz and you know all that good stuff, all blocks for the nether, which is good because I still need to decorate the nether layer at our base. So any task I can get within the nether that allows me to pick up a load of nether blocks as a byproduct is great news for me. My first pickaxe has come to the end of its life. Well, not the end of its life, but the end of its durability. I've got 6 points remaining. So I'm going to have to either go mend it or head back into the overworld and pick up a replacement tool. Which, while I'm here, I might as well take all my picks, and axes and hoes and place them into my ender chest, if they will fit, which they will. I think the only disheartening thing about getting to the end of that pickaxe is I only have 10 pieces of ancient debris to show for it. And we've got to get 7 times this amount. So it's back to the grind. Okay, so I'm back, and as you can see, we've got a ton of ancient debris. Not the 72 I thought we were going to get. We went for 73. Well, I didn't go for 73, I just happened to get 73. That's just how it worked out. Now to upgrade all of our tools up to netherite. Also in the process, got a ton of blocks that I'm going to be able to take back to our nether layer at our base to decorate. Although predominantly this is netherrack. We're not going to be using netherrack. I might use nether bricks, but I also want a lot of blackstone and other blocks put put in there, so we won't be decorating just yet. Also, I will say during the process, I actually broke one of my diamond pickaxes. I don't know what was happening. I was away with the fairies and I didn't notice how low my pickaxe's durability was, and I ended up breaking it. So I did go and replace it. I had to buy another pickaxe from a toolsmith. I had to disenchant the thing, then had to buy the books from the librarian, and then go up to the mob spawner and then put the enchants onto the new pickaxe with the anvil, all the while XP farming, so we had enough levels to be able to put the enchant onto the new pickaxe. Also, I stayed up there to mend all the tools because most of them were on the point of breaking. But we've made it. And just in case for whatever reason I was to die and fall in lava, I'm just going to put the ancient debris into my ender chest. I feel a bit better with it being in there. It's also been a great way to farm a load of quartz and gold. There are still more quartz that I'm missing. As you can see, I've left them behind because I don't have inventory space. So I'm happy about that. They're going to be a useful block when we get to building with them. I'd like to be able to say that our time in the nether has come to an end, but unfortunately I can't, because while I remember when netherite first came out, I believe I didn't need smithing templates, and so once you had the ancient debris, as long as you had gold, you could upgrade your diamond tools straight away. Now it's not so simple. We need to go and find a smithing template in order to upgrade the tools, and so I'm searching for a bastion, as you can find it in amongst the loot of those places. They're also a highly dangerous place, and the likelihood of me dying is fairly high, but honestly the effort will be worthwhile. And I'm adopting the same strategy I always use for finding a fortress when coming into the nether, although we didn't have to last time because our portal ended up spawning right next to a fortress. So what I'm doing is travelling in a straight line as the crow flies. A Minecraft world is as good as being infinite, so if we travel for a long enough time in a straight line, eventually we're going to find one. And now with having OP gear and access to fire res potions, my heart isn't in my mouth as much as it once was when first exploring this place. I mean, even being over this lava lake, it's no biggie. I was shrugging it off. I could dive in there if I wanted. I don't want to, but I could if I wanted. And having an OP bow means I can deal with ghasts now. Well, it's not a bastion, but I'm not completely miffed about us finding a fortress. I do want to set up a wither skeleton farm at some point. I'm guessing that was a blaze that knocked me off. Yep, I can see him up there. I bet he thinks he's pretty smart doing that, doesn't he? Bet he thinks he's taking care of me. 7 minutes 40 on the clock. Now, as I was saying, I'm not completely miffed about us finding another fortress. I have been hoping to find another fortress, seeing as I would like to set up a wither farm. This is a pretty good find as well, because we've got double spawner. We've got a spawner over there and a spawner over here. And I suppose while I've got some fire resistance left, I might as well use it, especially with looting on our sword. We could get quite a few blaze rods here. 9 already. Pretty incredible. And we've managed to get 39 blaze rods in that time. Pretty good going. I'll put them into my ender chest. Also get out another half stack of food. We seem pretty low. Oh, that was a bit of fun. Now we continue on our search to find a bastion. Although having thought about it, I should probably get out a new fire resistance potion. That would definitely help. Ah, hey, look at this. A dried ghast. I believe this would be number 5. I'll take the bone blocks while I'm here as well. Oh, look at this. I would have loved these guys last episode. And like I said back then, when I don't need them, they're everywhere. We're also in a basalt delta biome, so that definitely helps. But still, my point still stands. But we've also somehow... We've also somehow stumbled across another nether fortress. I mean, I'm pretty sure that, I'm fairly certain nether bricks don't just spawn within a basalt delta biome. Let's head up and see where it, let's head up and see what it looks like. I mean, yeah, this is definitely a nether fortress. I don't exactly want the loot, but it's cool we found another one of these places, and I guess I'll take the nether wart while I'm here as well, why not? Even though I just turned my nose up at it in the chest. Just another day in the life of your favourite hypocritical Minecraft YouTuber. Oh, Sandos, yes please. Yeah, go on then, we'll take the horse armour. I'm calling it a day on this first expedition, not because I'm giving up on the bastion, but because my entire inventory's full. Chocker, some might say, and I don't have space inside my ender chest to store the items. Coming back to the overworld is also a good opportunity to harvest the nether wart farm now we're back here. The nether wart farm I don't pay nearly as much attention to as maybe I probably should, but one I am going to expand with more soul soil we've picked up. I've got to say, it's looking good. Alright, let's go for it. Take 2. I completely forgot I did this place, and it's completely overrun with magma cubes now. I just want to pass through here to try and find a bastion, and I'm going to have to fight through about 200 magma cubes. Well, at least if I have my pickaxe in my offhand, I'll be able to repair it with some of the XP we get here. Also, getting almost a stack and a half of magma cream is pretty nice. There it is, in all its glory, the thing we've been searching for. Littered with piglins and death itself. But a place I'm hoping we'll find the smithing template. Now, kind of stupidly, I'm not wearing any gold armor, so I'm hoping this pans out. I also don't have any torches. Neither do I have arrows. I may regret this. First chest, no smithing template, but gilded blackstone, my favourite block of the game. Just die. Just die. Hey, look at this. I know a bit about bastions. Gold blocks. Well, here's a second chest found. I just hope a brute or something doesn't come for me. Try and block myself off. Oh, there's a lodestone, which I already have back at the base, but no smithing template again. I guess we're going to have to go deeper. I might as well take these gold blocks. I can hear a lot of unhappy pigs at the moment. Man, I wish I had my bow with me. Yep, I have no clue where I'm supposed to be going here. I'm definitely feeling on edge. There's definitely brutes around somewhere. It sucks, but I think I'm going to call it quits. That bastion we were particularly unlucky with. I think we're going to have to go searching for another one. It's not a problem. I just want to point out that I found another nether fortress. A nether fortress that I don't want. Oh, don't get me wrong, we'll take it. Oh, we'll take it alright, because nether fortresses are good. But where's this sort of luck with the bastions, you know? Where are they? Well, well, well. I spy with my juicy eyes something begin with F. Yes, it's a fortress. I don't know how I'm getting this sort of level of luck with the fortresses, but I'm going to loot them every time I come across them. Still haven't found a wither skeleton skull though. Maybe this one? No. Oh, on the plus, at least we found some diamonds in this chest. Even diamond horse armor. We're going to need the diamonds when we come to duplicating the smithing templates. That is, if we find a bastion containing one. Just pointing out that this right here is a completely new fortress. Yes, I found another one again. What's going on? My world's full of them. Oh, and another quick detour. We found ourselves another happy guest. Oh, dried guest. Soon to be happy guest. Well, maybe not soon, but he will be a happy guest at some point. Trust. Oh, and here's another one of the little fellas. By the time we moisten them all up, we're going to have an army of them. An army of positive vibes. Alright, so here I am, just minding my own business, mining through the terrain. We're in a basalt delta biome now, searching for a bastion. And, I kid you not, we found another fortress. What is this? Like Fortress 5 or 6? This never happens to me. And it's a complete fresh one I haven't seen before. All I want is a bastion. I bet there's someone watching this video searching for a fortress right now. Damn, that juice guy, he's drowning in fortresses. And interestingly, blaze rods as well. I've been picking up a lot of the things. I do not know what in the magic trick is going on here. There's a lava source block, and I'm standing under it. Whee! Ow, ow, ow. I deserve that. I deserve that. But that doesn't detract from the point that something weird is going on here. Yep, a lava lake here, but no lava underneath. How weird. Quite nice, isn't it? It's just quite nice to look at. Okay, potential at 9 o'clock. I repeat, potential at 9 o'clock. Now, I can't actually be sure that's a bastion. It's like when you're in a desert and you've seen a mirage. I've been hunting for literal hours, and I'm just wanting to believe it's a bastion. My FOV is at the maximum it can be, 30. So I'm going to gingerly make my way... What am I talking about, gingerly? I'm going to speedily make my way over there. Speedily by bridging slowly over to the structure that I hope is a bastion and not the terrain. Man, I've done that so many times. Oh, bastion. And it's just terrain. I hope that's not one of those cases and I don't have to delete this clip. Oh. The reports are true. I repeat, the reports... I don't know why I'm doing this repeat malarkey, but we found a bastion. Oh, I hope this one's got a smithing template. I really hope this one's got a smithing template. I also see another dried ghast, which, by the way, I found another dried ghast on my travels. So I guess before we do anything, we might as well pick this little fellow up. And maybe this little guy over here as well. Well. Don't mind if I do. Dried ghast, you're coming with me. You can be a dried ghast somewhere else, a more pleasant atmosphere. But as much as I want to go in now, I'm going to tackle it in a bit. I want to prepare myself for this bastion more than I did for the last bastion. Alright, I'm back and I'm filled with hope. My preparations weren't made up of much. I went and got a gold helmet, a few stacks of blocks, emptied my inventory, and brought a couple of stacks of torches. Oh, and also made sure I had a bow with arrows in my inventory this time. The only other thing I brought was a dream. Like with the last one, I'm simply going to the top. I'm going to work my way down and just hope we don't run into piglin brutes. I don't know for sure, but I'm fairly certain torches prevent piglins and piglin brute from spawning. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's how it works, and there's some piglin brutes down there I can see. I can't say I feel all that safe, but I have found myself in a nice little sniping spot. Well, how easily they were taken out makes me think they weren't brutes. Well, there's a chest. There's multiple chests. I also can't see. Alright, there's a brute over there. I could probably pick off with my bow. There he is. He's bouncing around in flames. I could finish him off. Got him. Alright, I feel like they can come up from these, I guess, staircases. So I'm just going to fill them in. There's a couple of brutes down there. Alright, here they are. I almost feel guilty for them. Almost feel guilty. Doesn't mean I actually do. Let's see what we get in this first chest. Alright, we've got some more gilded blackstone, a lot of gold, magma cream, no... Oh, diamond pickaxe. No smithing template. Next one. Alright, gilded blackstone again. We've got a piece of ancient debris. That's nice. More arrows, magma cream, another golden helmet. Alright, that's 2 chests down. I'm hoping we get the smithing template in one of these 2. Let's try this one. Okay. It's not looking good. Alright, last one. It's all pinned on this one. There it is. There it is. The netherite upgrade, the smithing template. Very happy with that find. You know, at this point, I almost feel like I deserve it after a few hours of searching. You know what? I do deserve it. What am I talking about? I do deserve it. I could stay around and try and loot more of the place, but honestly, we got what we came for. Best not to overstay my welcome. I feel like that is Minecraft 101. Alright, so I'm back in the base and we have our smithing template. Netherite upgrade smithing template. Really happy about this. And what this thing will allow us to do is to upgrade all of our diamond gear to netherite. The unfortunate thing is you can only use one smithing template for one piece of gear, and we have 18. However, it's not all bad news, because if we take it over to the crafting table, we can see, if I type in smithing template, here we go, we can actually duplicate this thing. So using a smithing template, I've just got rid of the recipe. So using a smithing template, a block of netherrack surrounded by diamonds, we can actually get 2 smithing templates in return. Once you have one, we have effectively a renewable source. Unfortunately, we only have 10 diamonds. That's not going to get us very far, especially when you need 7 to duplicate it just the once. Although having said that, down in the mining hub, I've just found 22 diamonds that we have, giving us a total of 32 diamonds better, but that's only going to get us 4 smithing templates, so it's still nowhere near enough. That means we are going to have to go mining. It's just that 3 of our diamond pickaxes are close to breaking. However, we still have our Fortune 3 diamond pickaxe remaining, handy when you're going for diamonds. So for the time being, we don't need to take a trip up to the mob spawner to repair our tools. This is really the last piece of work standing between us and full netherite gear. And on a quick side note, I think this is probably the first block of raw iron I've ever found down in the world. That's another thing off the Minecraft bucket list. Oh, and what have we here? Diamonds. Is there any more? Or is it just the one? It's literally just the one. However, with the power of fortune, it's not just the one. It's the 2. Now this is what we're talking about. A big old cave full of juicy diamonds. What's going on? I'm feeling like some sort of tickling. Oh yeah, that's the spot. No, it stopped. What's going on? Yeah, let's watch this. Man, how disheartening it must be. Just to see the guy you're shooting at take no damage. You want some too? Have a piece of that. Oh, and what's this? 360. 360. Where was I? Oh yeah. Diamonds. Only the 2, it seems, but we're now up to... Wait, hang on a bit. We're up to 4. I've got Fortune 3. I should have more than that. Ugh. Oh, I see you in there. You can't hide from me. Got to get more than 2 this time, right? Oh. Net wealth, 13 diamonds. Oh, and some more. Take these. Is that what I think it is? Don't answer that. I already know it is. Another pair of diamonds. Just the one. I've got a knack, and that knack is finding diamonds. Come here. Oh, nice. Like I was saying, it's a hidden gift that I'm showcasing to you, so it's not so hidden anymore. Ooh-wee. Spider spawner, that's always good. What do we get in here? I don't have the space for it. That's unfortunate. I can make room. Get rid of that stick, get that music disc. Get rid of that string, get that music disc. The rest, I don't really need the rest, do I? I've got to say, when you find an open cave like this, finding diamonds is actually incredibly easy. It's just a shame we've been kind of unlucky with all these one ore veins. What's that about? I always forget to check the ceilings. Always. And yet, even when I see stuff up there, I'm like, oh, it's such a pain to go up. Even though it's not that much of an inconvenience. Although, forget the ceiling for a little bit. I've been around this room about 3 times. I almost missed these diamonds. Oh, big vein as well. Ooh, that was close. See, look, this is a classic example of double checking the double check. There's clearly some diamonds here, and yet I somehow missed them. Missed them too busy placing torches. It's not only diamonds I want to roll with when it comes to finding cool stuff. As well as setting myself on fire, we found a zombie spawner. I mean, we've got a mob spawner, so it's not like we actually need this thing, but I mean, it's a cool little find. And what have we got? A name tag. I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take the gunpowder as well. Beetroot seeds? Nah. Bones. I mean, I've already got some bones, so I could add to them. Oh, and the luck continues. Look at this. Another zombie spawner. Again, another one we don't need, but I'm not going to turn it down. Alright, so the mining session's over. We've got 2 and almost a half stack of diamonds. There were more down there. There was more cave to explore, but I thought, I don't need any more diamonds than this. I'm going to call it a day on caving. But now, it's what we've all been waiting for. Well, it's what I've been waiting for. Maybe not we've all been waiting for. Let's see how many of these we can make. We need at least... yeah, I've got to do it one at a time. Well, I've got to make 19, so 18 for the pieces of gear, and I need to make sure I've got a 19th one spare so we can duplicate more in the future, because 100% I'm going to want more of these as we get more tools, like more backup tools for larger projects and so forth. Well, there's 19, so we've got 19, and I'm just going to push a bit further on, see how many we can get. 22. We have 22 of these bad boys. Next, we find where we put our ancient debris, where I think I've left it in one of these chests over here. I'm pretty certain. I mean, I hope I have, because otherwise I don't know where they are, and there they are. We're also going to bring with us the block of gold and these ingots here. In fact, I can convert them into more ingots. That should be more than enough. Then we shove the ancient debris we've got into the furnaces to cook. This should produce netherite scrap, like this. Nice piece of netherite scrap. Lovely looking piece of netherite scrap, in fact. Then remove the finished product from the furnaces one by one. Then combining the netherite scrap with the gold ingot, we can make 18 netherite ingots. New recipes unlocked. And paying our friends the toolsmiths a visit, we can borrow their smithing table to upgrade all of our tools to netherite. This is a good day. It's a glorious day. Finally, the armor. I believe we get an achievement for this. There it is, full netherite gear. And here's a look at the new fit. I think it complements me rather well. I'm looking good. I'm looking real good. I remember those recent days come and gone when we were relying on stone and copper. Well, look at me now. The durability has increased as well from like, what was it, 1,500 and something odd to now 2,031. With Unbreaking 3, that is a sizable amount. You'll have noticed some of my tools, primarily the pickaxes, are pretty close to breaking. So I want to put in a session here at the mob spawner. But as for this episode, I'm going to say that's where we're going to leave it today. I think we've achieved a heck of a lot. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Alright, bye.